It all started at this colorful event. A nation was born and named Nigeria. As it was newly liberated from the hands of its colonial masters, Nigeria, a country with many diverse cultures and languages, overcame the differences of the numerous tribes, turning them into strengths in a bid to building a sovereign nation. Over the years, there has been a decline in the level of developments the country has witnessed, largely due to corruption and the economy becoming monolithic. 60 years later, the country is in the grips of a call for restructuring as a way forward. But is this truly the solution to the problems plaguing the country?
Each time somebody says, oh, I don't know what they're talking about anyway. Restructuring, what is it? You know, people like that, by the way. Anyway, don't let me go in that direction. But I always answer them, begin with massive decentralization. It's a gospel I've been preaching for more than a decade. I've addressed houses of assembly in Lagos, in Benin, and in the south, and once in the north, and I've passed on the same message, saying, push the envelope of federalism as far as it can go. If there are any problems in terms of constitutional interpretation, head for the Supreme Court. In the meantime, however, try and be as self-sufficient as possible. In other words, generate your own resources, and generate those resources in a way that a percentage of it cannot be cornered by the center, like VAT, for instance. Like one state is producing what percentage of VAT, and yet the major part of that is going to the center, which then distributes the way it wants. That is not federalism, and that is what leads to friction and what leads to cries for even secession. So we've got to absolutely reconstruct, decentralize, call it, give it whatever name you want, reconfigure, but in a practical way, not just rhetorical. We've had how many conferences on, because everybody knows that this constitution is not working. Even those who are operating it, they're just enjoying it because they are the ones who interpret the constitution any way they want. Look at the whole issue, the breakdown of security. The center obviously cannot protect, has proved itself incapable of protecting the entire nation. And yet you are insisting you don't want state police, you don't want community police, you don't want Amotekun, you don't want anything except centralized regimentation. In the meantime, it doesn't matter whether those who occupy that centrality of power and responsibility, it doesn't matter whether they're competent or not. It doesn't matter whether they're unlucky or not. It doesn't matter whether the world has moved so far forward and the nation has become so transformed that old remedies no longer apply, and therefore you need new minds. No, you insist on centralism. I mean, what kind of mentality is that? A self-centered, short-sighted kind of leadership, especially in this complex nation. No, a nation of ethnic, religious, cultural, economic, traditional complexities, the like of which no other nation may be on this continent.
There's nothing is impossible. It's a polity and change. Constitutional amendment, simple. No, devolve power, more responsibility, accountability to the states. Let's develop at their own pace. There are some good in agriculture. I don't see much that Lagos State could do in agric because we are constrained by the land mass limitation of the landmass. But we have the population that we can transform to economic prosperity by being great consumers of what is produced from other parts of the country. We have advocated that there should be commodity exchange. Fiscal federalism in terms of revenue allocation. If you research, you will equally find in the military history of this country that one of them said that Lagos State, when they were moving from Lagos State and looking for another capital, said Lagos State will not be left to cater for the infrastructure being left behind to accommodate federal government. What have they done about that? You gave Abuja special status. You have not given Lagos State special status. Who else would the federal government for years? They are even intruding in what is a violation of Lagos State and the Constitution itself, the Land Use Act and all of that, where federal government is becoming almost a realtor. You take our land, to build offices and quarters, and now you've gone away, so take your house and leave our land. I would say that. Those are part of principles of fiscal federalism. Make the people the cornerstone of our socio-economic policies. And that is where I believe I am a social democrat, ideologically a progressive. The conservative way live within that period to within that framework to really promote our policies. But without investing in the people first, you cannot build a nation of prosperity. You can, in conservative environment, you can build a class of people where view will be rich and the base will be poorer. But it will catch up with you. The consequences of it will catch up with your nation if care is not taken, and that is why I don't believe in conservative ideology. Congratulations to our young ones who will pick up the challenge of restoration. Our own is to give hope in a promise that we will live with a united country, not as prosperous as we may want it to be, as a diverse nation. We will use that diversity for economic prosperity of our country. And we cannot achieve that unless we invest in our youths. Research and development, capacity to take risk, ability to not give up, to be proud Nigerians, to see our diversity as opportunity, to equally convert our population to an opportunity and develop at a better pace in order to build a 21st century and beyond nation that is highly focused on its people. Our people are hardworking. They are youths, are ready to work, they're ready to learn. The environment is what is necessary. And the focus of our leaders. And we must guard our democracy jealously, though. We can't say we will achieve it all in a goal, but through the period of adversity, we must see opportunity. Through turbulence, you must create stability, not create division. We are one and one Nigeria, and we should be proud of our greenback. That is the passport. In fact, if I have my way, I will bring back our old first national anthem. That describes us much, much better. I don't know why we change it. It's about service. It's about diversity. It's about commitment, the value and nation building. Go and look at it. It's not easy. When you are trying to change behaviors, indulgences to positive path for a nation. It's not easy. You have to take critical decisions. Unfortunately, democracy is not a pot of luck. You asked to lead, they gave you the mandate. Don't say, I'm lucky. You asked for it. My message to Nigeria, my message to everybody. Never give up on your country.
I believe in one Nigeria. We can make it if we try. I believe we can be people who truly serve our fatherland.
I believe that all the labor of our years are not in vain. I
believe we have in us everything we truly need. I believe in our culture, in our great diversity. And